In this episode of the Pad Bank, I speak to FT of Street Smartz. He shares his experience of growing up in Queens and hearing the first ever Wu-Tang demo tape. He also talks about working with Buckwild, OC and Pharoahe Monch on the underground smash Metal Things, and shares some of the reality and the struggles of an artist in the music industry.
I made it. I made it. I made it. I produced. I made it. I made it. I made it. Produced. I cooked up.
Hello and welcome to the Pad Bank with me, Tony Brown, and this is episode number 18. And this happens to be the Christmas edition. So just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I trust you've had a good time, man. I've fully taken time out. Like, I haven't even been up here in the studio for a minute. I just locked off. It was my son's birthday, Christmas Eve, so I was out all that day. I went to go and see family Christmas Day, Boxing Day, just chilled. So this is the first time I've actually come back in the studio for this whole Christmas period. So it's currently, where's my phone? Monday the 28th. So it's Monday the 28th of December. So we're getting closer to New Year's, which I'm looking forward to. I just want to get 2020 out of the way, man. It's been a mess. But saying that, I don't expect anything better for 2021, to be honest, the way it's looking. But it's a reality we live with. But yeah, man, I trust you're all well. What you been up to? I hope you got all the gifts you wanted. I hope you gave all the gifts you wanted to give. I know in the Pad Bank group, I asked people to share their music-related, studio-related gifts. And yo, you lot are blessed, man. I've seen people posting. I was like, yo, you lot got blessed this Christmas. I've seen people posting, like this one guy posted, I don't know if it was in the Pad Bank or in another group, but this one guy posted, he got 2 MPCs and some other module. I was like, rah, okay. Is that how you going on? He said he's got one for the studio and one for on his travels. I'm still celebrating, do you get what I'm saying? I'm fully making the most of this period because it's been a crap year, man. So, you know what I mean? We should celebrate. You need to celebrate life, you know. So I hope you are making the most of the time you have. This episode's a slightly different episode. So as I said in the intro, I've got an interview with FT of Street Smartz. And this is a guy who, for me, I'll give him legendary status. Do you get what I'm saying? He might not be as big as some other artists out there, but in my eyes, he's someone who, he gave me a song that to me was a smash. You know what I mean? When I first heard him on Wax, it was on DJ Premier's New York Reality Check, and the song that he was on, it was his song. It featured OC and Pharoahe Monch, Metal Things. To me, that was my favourite song on that whole compilation. So to me, he's a legend, man. So yeah, man, I had an opportunity to chop it up with him. And as you can see by the length of this episode, we go long. And he's very transparent. He shares his experience growing up in New York, in different areas, Queens, Brownsville. Shares his struggles in terms of, you know, on the come up. And even as an artist who signs to a label, just some of the challenges, man, and some of the stuff that we don't always fully understand. So, I you know, salute to FT, man. He's now officially part of the Pad Bank family. You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to continuing to build with him. So, yeah, man, this is definitely going to be a good episode. But before I even get into that, just want to remind you all that the Flip It Challenge 200 is still taking place. So with the Flip It Challenge 200, what we've done, we extended the time and we made it run for 2 weeks. So you've still got, you've got up until the 31st of December to submit. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you go over to thepadbank.com/flip200. That's /flip200, not flip it 200. I've noticed a few people have been going to flip it 200 and saying, yo, how come it don't work? The page isn't showing. The page is there. It's flip 200, the number 200. So just go over there. There's a video there explaining what you need to do. The sample's there. Just download the sample, make your beats, and then submit it via the form on that page. We've got a $100 cash prize for the winner. and I will be reviewing all the submissions on a special edition of the Pad Bank. We'll be doing a live version of the Pad Bank podcast on Friday. I think it's Friday the 1st, basically the 1st of January. So whatever day that is, I don't even know. I've lost track of days. Like today, I can't believe today's Monday. It just feels like a Sunday. Every day for the past how many days has felt like a Sunday. So yeah, make sure you get involved in that. Like I said, just go to thepadbank.com/flip200. Check out all the rules, what you need to do. Download the sample, do what you need to do, upload it. You could win $100 cash prize just to reline your pocket after all that money you spent over the Christmas period. So yeah, man, let's just get into this interview. Like I said, we go long, so stick with me. My man, like I said, is very open, very transparent. He shares his story, shares his experience. He's worked with everyone from, like I mentioned, OC, Pharoahe Monch. He's worked with Sean Price, Fat Joe. Who else? He's worked with Tragedy Gaddafi, Buckwild. Look, just almost everyone on the underground. That was the Alchemist as well. We worked with Alchemist. So yeah, man, it's a good insight to the New York underground throughout the 90s. So enjoy.
I made it. Produced, I cooked up.
Salute, my brother.
No, thanks for your patience.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's good to have you, man. I've been looking forward to this for a while. So it's
thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Let me tell you this: I've started recording immediately because I want to give you your flowers from a genuine place. You get me? So
thank you, man.
It was around 97, 98, and I bought Primo's New York Reality Check. I was a big Primo fan. You know what I mean? I was a DJ in my heyday, my younger days. And listen, I'm not saying this because you're here. My favorite joint off that entire album, what was it? Metal Things. Listen, out of that whole, it was a double album. Out of that whole album, the only song I went and bought on 12-inch was that single. I went and sought it out. I had it on white label, True Criminal Records.
Thanks a lot, my brother. I really appreciate that. For real, man. I
want to give you your flowers from, you know what I mean, from a genuine place. Do you get what I'm saying? We've never met before, never spoken before, but I just want to say, you know what I mean, that to me, that was legendary. You know what I mean? You were rapping with two legends and you held your own. You know what I mean? You was on their level. There was no like, oh, it's OC and this guy here. It was these kings are repping. Right. So salute for that.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to DJ Premier and Pharoahe Monch, OC, True Criminal Records.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I didn't know the thing about Metal Things. I didn't know the impact it made until like later on, you know, because I was so engulfed and when I did Metal Things, I was only like 18 years old.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Matter of fact, I was just turning like 18 years old.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're gonna get into all of that. We want to hold off with that. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the beginning. Firstly, where are you right now, and how are things where you are?
Right now, I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm in Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
You know, I'm home, and it's as we all know, it's a pandemic out, and it's New York is not the same like it was. You know what I mean? New York is real busy all the time. It's not like that no more. It's like really, it's kind of like a movie, scary, end of the world movies.
Yeah,
it's that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's still in good spirit. You know, it's the holiday time over here, Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm chilling right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just happy to be on here with you. You feel me?
That's good to hear. That's good. I'm glad you're in good spirits. You know what I mean? I got family out in Brooklyn, so for the people that watch this on a regular basis, that they hear me talk about my experience in Brooklyn all the time. You know what I mean? It's very, very close to my heart. I spent time in Flatbush, right next to Prospect Park.
Yeah, that's not too far from where I'm at. I'm over here on Kingston and Troop.
Okay.
Not too far from Utica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eastern Parkway, about 6 blocks up.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah. So my uncle had a clothes shop on Utica and Church, just between Church and Utica, right opposite Superpower Records. You remember Superpower Records? There was a record shop called Superpower, and then you had Sneaker King. You had Sneaker King on Utica, just by Utica. Yeah. Just
with that.
Yeah, man. Just right there. My uncle had a clothing store there, so I spent a lot of time around there, man. So very, very close to my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's all changed now, man. The last time I went to New York was like 2007, and I've heard it's changed. It's changed a lot since then, man. You know what I mean?
It's like they say gentrified. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different type of people out here now. You know what I'm saying? It's still stuff going on out here. It's still crime and things of that nature. You know what I mean? But it's way less than before. You know?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Still going down. Definitely going down.
Do you think it's changed for the better?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. You know what I mean? As far as crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as you know, people, you know, and our people in the living situations, you know, because a lot of people is moving down south because the rent going up, everything is going up. They're building like a lot of luxury buildings out here.
Yeah.
And a lot of stores, you know, at a rapid pace. It slowed down because of the pandemic, but before the pandemic, you know, they're still doing it. It's just slower now, but they just constantly building new buildings, and they're building new buildings and new restaurants, and it's way different now.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. Yeah. So where you are now, is that where you were born and raised? You grew up in that same area?
Nah, I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was born in Fort Greene, Brooklyn.
Okay.
But I was raised in New York, Brooklyn until I was 13. Then when I was 13, I moved to South Jamaica, Queens.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
how long was you in Queens for?
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn until I was 13, and my mother and father moved out to Queens, and I lived in Queens until I was 26. So I was out there for 30 years. Yeah. And then I moved back to Brooklyn. And then I basically been in Brooklyn ever since. I moved here and there to different places, but for the most part, I've been all these years since 26. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you've crossed boroughs. You've gone from Brooklyn over to Queens. Now you're in.
Yeah, but me, I'm the type of person, like, I'm all over New York. Like, I hang out. I work in Manhattan. I live in Brooklyn. I hustle in Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my girlfriend is from Staten Island. You know what I mean? I got friends on Long Island, so I'm like all over New York, and I love New York. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah. How often do you travel outside of New York in terms of state to state and country to country prior to the pandemic and the lockdown and everything?
Prior, I say I wasn't traveling that much. You know what I'm saying? I say I take about three trips a year, maybe. Yeah. 2 or 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
The last place I went. The last place I went outside of New York. Where we was at? Oh, Georgia. That's where I was at. Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last place outside of New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Nice. So listen, let's get into the meat, man. You know what I mean? We want to talk about your musical journey. So like I said, I came across you through that premiere mixtape, that double album you dropped. I want to know what was happening before that. That was my introduction to you as an MC. What was happening that led up to that? Because you came on that album to me as a seasoned MC. That wasn't an up and coming MC. You came on there standing next to 2 lyricists, 2 top tier MCs, and you held your own. You didn't sound like an up and coming MC. You've just told me you were like 17, 18. What what was happening prior to that? You know what I mean? When did you start rapping and how did you get to that place?
Like I started rapping when I was 13, you know what I'm saying? 12, 13, like right before I left Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Moving to Queens. You know, I was in a little rap group, little neighborhood rap group.
Yeah.
But we was just, you know, we was babies. We was just trying to come up with rhymes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was inspired by New Edition and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wound up moving to Queens, you know, and then the neighborhood, Southside Jamaica, that's a lot of talent. It was so much talent.
Yeah.
Coming from South Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
who's from South Jamaica? I know 50's from there.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Isn't LL from there? Where's LL from?
Yeah. Once I moved out there, you know, I went to junior high school, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a whole different lane for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I seen a way of rapping. I didn't really know these kids, you know what I'm saying? So rapping to me rapping was a way to get cool with them, like, you know what I mean? Or to bring attention to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To break the ice rather than being just the new kid on the block. It's like, okay, I'm bringing something to the table. Let me show you my skills.
And then already stigma of being this kid from Brooklyn and these Queens guys don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we was always on that KRS-One. Queens keep on faking it. You know what I'm saying? That used to be in my mind as a kid. Not now.
Yeah.
Not now. Going from Brooklyn to Queens, like, yo, you know, I'm going to high school, junior high school. I'm like, yo, I was kind of scared because, you know, it was a big thing back in the days. You know what I'm saying? It was a big, oh, Queens, you from Brooklyn? Yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? It was like an issue. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, the thing about it with the whole Queen situation was like, yo, that was a way to show them that, you know what I mean? Like so basically, you know, I would rap in school. And then they you know, that's what made them, you know, that's what broke the ice, that broke the fear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then they embraced you from there.
Yeah, they embraced me from there. You know what I'm saying? Then also, I had a friend. See, we gonna go real deep with this.
Let's go. We're here for, man.
When I moved to Queens, right across the street, a friend of mine happened to move. He was from Staten Island. Yeah. You know, his name was my man Sleepy Brown. Shout out to Sleepy Brown. He, you know, this is before Wu-Tang came out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And mind you, you got the whole neighborhood. You got, in this neighborhood, you got the Lost Boys. You got Onyx, and you got Aguilar. Yeah. Which Adolf back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let me pause you there. I'm trying to get Aguilar on the show. I've reached out to him 3 or 4 times. If you got the hook up, holler at him for me, man. I'm trying to get him on the show. I need to speak to him. But continue, please continue.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, Aguilar, and who else was out there? It was a couple different, and then not only that, there's a whole. Not only those were famous artists, but it was other artists, you know, in their camps and in the neighborhood that was just nice, man. Everybody was just when you think back. So back to my friend that lived across the street, and we moved there at the same time. You know what I mean? Sleepy Brown. He was just this dude, just before Wu-Tang was hot, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knew about Wu-Tang. Yeah. And we flew with this guy. He had a leather and black Wu-Tang jacket, 36 chamber. No lie. This is no lie. Black and white. He had the braids. Yeah. And he was like, yo, you ever heard of my niggas Wu-Tang? Yo, they iller. They iller than Nas. They iller than Biggie. Like, my niggas is ill. Like, and we used to be like, you know what I mean? Me and my cousin, because shout out to my brother, my cousin, Maz, more like a brother. Maz, member of Street Smartz. Yo, Maz lived downstairs from me. You know what I'm saying? And we was both from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And we like, yo, you like iller than Nas and Biggie? He's like, yo, you bugging. Like, you bugging. Niggas ain't iller than Nas and Biggie. Get out of here.
Yeah.
We hip hop heads. Like, I'm a hip hop scientist. You know what I'm saying? So boom, Sleep used to have, I had the demo. We had the on the tape, a cassette.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang. This nigga rhyming over 4 tracks. 4 tracks. 4-track joint. Not no 2 tracks. 4 tracks.
No studio, just raw.
Shit, it was this is what I heard. Which one I heard? Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With.
Yeah.
It was Inspector Deck on it.
Yeah.
It was Ghost, and it was Meth on it. But it was different. It was totally, they wasn't spitting the shit you hear. Yeah. They was spitting different shit, but it was ill though. It was ill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what else? What other song was? So Simple and some other joint, and a couple of joints people never heard, and some Pop the Brown Hornet joints. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that's some classic material right there. That's classic material. Yeah, because Pop the Brown Hornet is from Staten Island too. They had another division called GP Woo. You know what I'm saying? It gets deep. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, man. Let's go, man. The nigga Sleep. You know, he let me hear all these joints, and they was dope. Yeah, we was like, yo, Sleep. These shits is dope, but these niggas ain't no Nas and Biggie. Like, this shit it's a 4-track shit. It's a 4-track. Yo, this shit dope though. Yeah. So Sleep like, nah, my niggas is here. Watch. Like, some was very adamant about Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The point where, we be in the neighborhood. Everybody got their different cliques in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And we the new cats, the new young guys from Brooklyn. They ain't like us. Like, they see us on the scene. They like, yo, you know what I mean? So we to the point where Sleep would get into fights with other people over Wu-Tang. You feel me? And this before Wu-Tang fucking blew up. Yeah. And so he was repping Wu-Tang. Yeah, of course, that's my man. And I'm going to ride with him because I'm going to ride with him regardless. Yeah. But after when we get home, I'm like, yo, son, why we fighting over Wu-Tang? Who the fuck is Wu-Tang? I'm like, yo, we used to be mad at him, like, yo. And it happened more than once. I'm like, yo, why we argue? Why we fighting niggas over these niggas called Wu-Tang? Yeah. He like, yo, my nigga telling you they watch. I'm like, all right. So, yo, what was crazy about it? As time went on, they started to bubble. It came true. Yeah. Yo, it was crazy. It came true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My man saw the video. Also on that, it just, wow, look at Wu-Tang now. Like, it's like unbelievable. Like, it's a global phenomenon. He kind of global pandemic, right? So it's like, damn, my nigga, like, it was ill, but my dude was very adamant about them, like, before they even popped. You know what I'm saying? And that's still one of my best friends to this day. Yeah. So boom. On another note, in that neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, me being younger, I met this cat named Panama P.I. I don't know if you ever heard of him. You know what I'm saying? But he was on Uptown Universal for a little while. He was on a Cannabis record. Okay. I wrote wildest niggas, West Indian Island niggas, unemployed jobless niggas, the foulest niggas. You ever heard that? Nah. It's called Rolling with Us, and he was on that Onyx shit. These evil streets is rough. Okay. Yeah. And that dude right there, that's my OG. That's a mentor of mine. You know what I'm saying? Panama, right? So, I had met him, and he heard me one day, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, shorty, yo, you shorty, he's like, yo, you got something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I heard him talk about him. I'm like, yo, he blew my mind. Like he was like the first. I love Nas, I love Lord Finesse, I love all of them. Those like they inspired me, but Panama was like the first rapper that blew my mind, like in real life. Like like, wow, like, yo, this dude is saying some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? The energy was crazy. He made me want to rhyme, made me want to go write a rhyme or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, we linked up that day. That day we rhymed and, you know, we bigged each other up like, yo, you dope, I'm dope. And then I started seeing him every now and then, and more we started linking up. You know what I'm saying? And he introduced me to a lot of people in the industry and, you know, put me in certain different atmospheres at a young age. You know what I'm saying? That it was like I had to hold my own around these people because he's like, yo, this is my little man. He's ill. He's, you know what I'm saying? So he used to always tell me, yo, don't embarrass me, bro. Like, if I get it, you know, if I put you in front of somebody, don't embarrass me. Yes. So I always had that pressure on my mind, like, yo, I gotta, whatever I say gotta be dope. You know, I gotta say something impressive. You know what I mean? Yeah. But and I feel like being in that neighborhood, it kept your pen sharp. Because it's so many MCs and so much, and then you're seeing like the Lost Boys, Onyx, you're actually seeing people in your neighborhood
blowing up,
make it off hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it's blowing huge. So you're saying this, yo, this is not impossible. Like, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, right here, I see these guys. I smoke with these guys. I ride with these. Like, yo, you feel me? Yeah. But that's what really made me sound, you know, ahead of my time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because of that, being around all these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you've got a whole circle of people who are kind of top notch and everyone's pushing each other, you've got to hold your own. You know what I mean?
It's like friendly competition.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because man, when I first met Aguilar, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aguilar. When I first met Aguilar, first of all, I heard him on Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong. Like I said, I'm the hip hop scientist. Like I used to demos. I had Biggie demos. I had all kind of. I just love hip hop. So you know what I'm saying? I used to hear when I first heard Aguilar on Stretch Armstrong. Oh, nigga, it's dope. When he was 8 on, I was like, yo, that kid is dope. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like a couple years later, I'm hanging out with Panama PI in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And he like, yo, this is when, you know, he was working with AZ and shit, like Heavy D. And he was like, yo, I'm about to go meet up with Aguilar. He gonna give me some beats. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga P was like, yeah. He was like, I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. So, you know, they met up like in the street because in Southside, it's like back blocks. Yeah. It's not private houses. It's like it looks like a suburb, but it's hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like back blocks and shit. But anyway, so we meet up on the back block. It's me, Aguilar, and P.I. You know what I'm saying? Aguilar pull up and they playing beats. You know what I'm saying? Aguilar started playing beats out his whip. Yeah. Yo, his beat was fucking crazy.
Yo, Aguilar's a beat. I have to say he's a monster.
The beats was crazy. And then this, you know, at that time, I'm like 16. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 16, 15, 16. Yo, and I'm hearing these beats. Yo, these shit is crazy. And then I'm hearing him rhyme. And I heard P.I. Adolf. I said, yo, you that same Adolf from Stretch Armstrong? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, I fuck with your shit. Like, yo, I was quoting one of his rhymes, right? And then, you know, that was my first encounter, you know, with Aguilar. You know what I'm saying? Then the second time I met him again, it was me, him, and Panama PI. And it was like in the summertime. And it was crazy. And Aguilar's playing these beats. And we started rhyming, just us three. Yeah. It was crazy. And you just see people just coming from out of nowhere. Like it was crazy. Like, yeah, it was like it became a show. It went from us just
a little cipher to a performance.
It was, no lie. Yeah. You know, and that particular night, Aguilar and Panama, yo, I killed it too, but they killed it. It was incredible, man, to the point I went home, man. I cried, man. I ain't even going front, man. I cried because I was like, yo, I wanted this. I mean, that's how much I love this shit.
It's passion, man.
Like, yo,
Passion.
I wanted to stay. I wanted to get the love they got, even though I got love, but I got that kid love. Like, oh, somebody is dope.
Yeah,
they got that crowd going crazy. Yeah. So that shit made me go crazy. Like that shit. I remember. I feel like that night was like a, you know, that was like a push for me that night, because that night I went home and just was like, I was like, when I'm looking back, I was just locked in, man. Like I just sat there and just every day sat in my room, no TV. I was one of them kids. I didn't really watch too much TV. I listened to the radio a lot. Yeah. The radio was like my TV. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I used to, and it when I, you know why they was so dope too? Is like, if I didn't get a certain reaction from you, yeah, I'll be mad. Or if it'd be whack to me, I wouldn't want to say the rhyme. I mean, I'd be like, you know, I talked to one of my friends, they'd be like, yo, you know, what happened to that rhyme you said the other day? I'd be like, nah, I'm not saying it because, you know, y'all didn't laugh, or y'all didn't go, oh, like that's the feeling I wanted to give people. Like everything I say, oh shit, like, oh, that's crazy. And when I ain't get that, my feelings will be hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That's passion, man. True passion.
I'd be like, yo, did they hear what I'm saying? And then as I went on, I had to get that under control. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be kind of too hard on myself. Yeah. Like, but looking back, I'm like, damn, that was a good thing, because it made me say some crazy shit. It made me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's like a pursuit of excellence. You know what I mean? You test it in the hood, test it amongst your circle. If they ain't feeling, it's like, okay, I need to go harder. Yeah. I need to get the bars tighter and whatever. But yeah, before you carry on, I just want to say, you know what? Salute Aguilar, because he's just dropped. He's been busy this year, man. He dropped that joint album with Sada X. The Gods Have Arrived. Yo, there's some joints on there. He's just dropped, is it the Rona 2, part 2? So he's been busy this year, man. So I just want to salute to my brother there, man. He's definitely keeping it, you know, keeping it thorough.
That's
definitely.
Like, so yeah. I want to tell y'all the story, you know, and let it be known, because, you know, he played a big part of me, you know what I mean, breaking into the industry, you know what I mean? And I didn't realize it as much in the beginning, but now looking back, I realized like he played a big part. You know what I'm saying? He put me around certain type of energies that helped me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people helped me, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like in the beginning, real. You know what I mean? So the thing about Aguilar is okay, as time went on, you know, I started getting my name up in the neighborhood. Oh, FT is L. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's PI, man. That's PI, little man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And next thing you know, PI bring me certain studios. My friend, my homie Six, he part of Street Smartz. Shout out to Six, Six Shooter. You know what I'm saying? He had a relationship with Ag. And he was like, yo, you know, one day he was like, yo, we going to the studio. Meet me on 131. You know what I'm saying? So 131 is like the main spot, the hangout spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So he like, meet me up there. He's like, yo, I'm going to the studio with Adolf. I'm like, word? He like, come with me. Like, we gonna go, son, let's go. So we go, we hop the train. We wilding, bugging out, smoking weed, rhyming. Yo, it was crazy. So yo, y'all little niggas is crazy. Like, y'all crazy. Y'all be wilding. So we up there, we in the studio, we in the like in the room, like the back room. Yeah. And when we get to the studio, we in Chunk King studio in Manhattan. And it was like the first big studio. Like I was over in basement studios and stuff like that. Yeah. But Chunk King studio in New York, that's like Yo, I walked in that studio and I saw all them gold plaques and platinum plaques.
Yeah.
Cool J, Mary J. Blige. And we see Jam Master Jay walk out. We like, yo, that blew my mind. And I'm like, yo, this. And looking back, I'm like, kind of like, I'm trying not to freak out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't want to like.
That's not a small thing. You know, I mean, Chongqing Studio. How many hits have been churned out in that place? That's not a small thing, man.
Yo, my head is like, yo, like I'm freaking out in my head. I'm like, yo, this could happen. Like, wow, I'm here, right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
boom, we sitting in the room and we broke looking back. You know what I'm saying? All we wanted to do is smoke a little weed and drink some 40s.
Yeah.
And we used to just scrape little change to, you know what I'm saying? Just to find the inspiration. But anyway, so we sitting in there. We bored at this point. He ordered us some food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go in the room, we see like producing, he got the board, and we just like, wow, like this shit is it's unbelievable. The big board, the big speakers, the beats are crazy. We like, yo, this is you do this like for a living? Like, wow. So we in the room, we like, damn. All you hoping is for an opportunity. And this is the first time I went to Chongqing.
Wow.
The nigga Aguilar goes, yo, I need a hook, man. I'm stuck. Yo, when I got a hook or something. So I'm like, yeah, I got a hook. Like, we hype. Like, so I spit the first bar from Metal Things. Nigga, you better get back. It takes concentration and confrontation. Fuck conversating and contemplating. I try to use that as a hook.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, that's dope. He was like, yo, but there ain't no hook. He was like, yo, it's a verse. He was like, but yo, you know what? You want to get on this shit? I'm like, what? I'm like, hell yeah. Like, yo, you sure? I'm like, hell yeah. He like, yo, go in the booth right now.
Yeah.
So I go in the booth. I spit the verse from Metal Things. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they go crazy. I hear my voice in there and it's like, oh shit. Like in a real studio with the effects and all that.
Yeah.
And my voice is just sounding so ill. And I'm like in my head, like I took the headphones off and was like, yo, I'm like freaking out. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, this is me.
Yeah.
Like I sound good. Like I'm like, yo, I sound like somebody. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I listen to it and I get through it. They guide me through it. You know, I'm messing up. I'm a little kid, man. Like messing up this shit. But I got through it. Then when I got out, they was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Everybody that came in the room.
Yeah.
Yo, who is this? They like, oh, that's this kid? Yo, they like, yo, kid, you ill.
Yeah. So at that time you were 16.
Yeah. Around that time, yeah, definitely. 16.
No way.
I couldn't have been no more than 17. You know what I'm saying? I was yo, that was so crazy, bro. So next thing you know, man, that same night, fucking AG from DITC, AG and Party Hardy. Yeah. They come in. So I'm sitting over there. I'm like, oh shit in my head. I'm like, AG, man. Trying not to freak out. Yeah. Oh shit. Fucking Party Hardy. You know what I'm saying? I just had they sample I was listening to, right? Yeah. So boom. Next thing you know, they in there. I'm like, yo, they hear me, they like, who that? Like, yo, that's yo. Yeah, yo, you ill. Like, I was feeling it. Like, yeah. So from that, it was ill. And then my man Six was on it. We was in a group. We are the group, Street Smartz. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Six was at the end of it. And then that was the start of Street Smartz. You know what I'm saying? Because the A&R came in there and was like, yo, y'all Street Smartz, y'all group, right? Like, yo, I might try to get y'all like a demo deal or something. You know what I'm saying? So we hyped off that. We like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
about to pop on.
Like, just off that. And we hyped because we on Aguilar album. Aguilar's on East West. You know what I'm saying? East West distributed by Elektra.
Yeah.
So we feeling like we in, like we little niggas, we like, yo, we in, we about to get on.
Yeah.
Like we like, yo, we the next Mobb Deep, like for real. Like that's why we was on, like, yo, we coming in, son. So as time went on, you know, we would go to the studio with Aguilar. We didn't record much because we didn't have a budget. And back then it wasn't, you know, Pro Tools wasn't as accessible and all that.
Yeah.
So you go to the record any way and how you can, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's house, or you feature or something, any way you get to shine, you putting your all in to get that shine. So from there, you know, I did a lot of different demos and perfected my craft. And then I met a cat by the name of X1. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, rhyme in peace. X1 is a member of Onyx, you know what I mean, that passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sticky little brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From Onyx, you know what I'm saying? Met him in August Martin High School, you know what I'm saying, in Queens. You know what I mean? And one day, I was known for rhyming, you know what I'm saying? So 9th grade was the year I had to prove myself, because I'm like, I'm this kid from Brooklyn. I ain't know nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't really, you know, it was like me against the world. But the next year, you know, I was doing better, my family was doing better.
Yeah.
The first year, you know, just a hungry kid. I ain't have no clothes. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just a hungry hip-hop head.
Yeah.
But then the next year I had got fly. You know what I mean? I had my rhymes was tight, and I couldn't wait to get back to school, because I'm like, this year I'm going to be a beast in the lunchroom.
We stepping in hotter this year.
I'm saying all my rhymes. All my rhymes. Because when you're younger, 6th, 7th grade, take a little rhymes from Lord Finesse, take a little rhymes from Big L that they never heard, because they don't know about Stretch Armstrong and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But 10th grade, I came with all my rhymes. I wrote all my rhymes. I'm crazy with it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so I build up this, you know, this popularity in the school, and then one day after school and shit, X1 pulls up on me, and he was the man in the school, light-skinned dude, chains, girls, leather jacket, he had the crew, you know what I'm saying? He was the man. I was just a rapper, like, you know, I was dope as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I played my part with, you know, lay low. So he comes up to me like, yo, what up? Like, yo, I want to talk to you. I'm like, you want to talk to me? Like, yo, what up? Like, yo, he like, yo, teach me how to rhyme. So I started laughing. I'm like, teach me how to rhyme. I'm like, what? He was like, yo, you ill, you know how to rhyme, son. I like your rhymes and shit. He like, yo, I wanna get nice, da. So I'm like, yo, no doubt. I'm looking at it like, yo, this nigga is the man. All right, whatever. We can hang out. I teach you how to rhyme, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, boom. I mean, we start sparring every day. You know what I mean? We become close friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we start lyrically sparring every day, writing rhymes, cutting school together. But he had his crew. He still had his crew because he was from Queens.
Yeah.
I had my crew from Brooklyn, and it was just so ill, man. Like, and he just got better and better. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask, when he asked you to teach him, was he any good? Could he rap?
He was good to me.
Yeah.
No, he was good to me. To me, I saw the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was good to me. People behind my back or behind his back telling me, yo, he sound like Buckshot, or he's whack, or this, third. But I'd be like, nah, that's my dude. Watch.
Yeah.
That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. He dope. And they like, all right, if you say he's dope, then cool, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? So slowly but surely, as time went on, yo, you know what I'm saying? He started gaining popularity too. You know what I'm saying? And flow start getting crazy. Next thing you know, he got snatched up by Onyx. You know what I'm saying? They had a group called Gang Green. You know what I mean? Shout out to Gang Green. They was from Southside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood. And he had a group called Gang Green, and X1 was a part of that group. And what was funny, when me and X1 became friends, it was funny how we found out that he actually lived literally around the corner from me.
No way.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it was like bugged out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, yeah. Next thing you know, as time went on, he got signed to Onyx. You know, and then he actually became a member. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of Onyx, like he was like on they like albums, like a lot of their cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just, I remember the first time, The Worst. I don't know if you ever heard that. Wu-Tang and Onyx, The Worst.
Oh yeah.
First things first.
Yeah.
Yeah. X1 is on that.
Okay, I need to check that.
I remember one day he calls me. He like, yo, son, I did this shit with because we as time went on, we didn't speak as much. You know what I'm saying? But we spoke. You know what I'm saying? When we hung out. Like as we got older, you know what I'm saying? As we got older, we ain't hang out every day type shit. We just, you know, every now and then, but when we hung out, And he goes, yo, son, I just did this shit with Wu-Tang, son. Wu-Tang and Onyx. And I'm like, I thought he was lying at first, like, Wu-Tang and Onyx. I'm like, you know, I'm like, but I knew he was tight with Onyx though, so I was like, all right. So he like, yo, I did the joint. I'm gonna let you hear it. Next thing you know, I start hearing people talk about it. You know, your man did the joint with Onyx and Wu-Tang. Yeah. And I'm like, nah. They like, yeah. They like, for real. I'm like, what? Yeah. For real? They like, yeah.
And at that time, Wu-Tang was Wu-Tang in it. That was like, that was Wu-Tang. Yeah. Yeah.
Next thing you know, I see the video. You know what I'm saying? Before I even hear the song. So I'm hearing the song and the video at the same time.
Wow.
So I'm like, yo. That's son. You know what I'm saying? So I speak to him, like, I'm hyped. I'm like, yo, son. I'm like, yo, I can't front. I'm like, yo, you did your thing, son. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm saying to myself, though, I said, damn, though. I said, yo, I'm nice too, though. Like, I need to get on. Like,
what about me? Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, not hating, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my brother.
It's motivation, man. Saying, it's motivation to see your brother get on, and you've been a mentor to him, and to see him get to that level, that's like, yo, I need to get on.
I'm like, yo, son. But I'm hyped, you know, I'm optimistic. And then I'm seeing Panama too, you know what I'm saying? He used to bring a lot, like he brought ODB to the neighborhood. You know, I would see AZ at PI's crib a lot. This when AZ was fire, like, you know what I'm saying?
AZ's still fire. Yo.
It would motivate me. I've been seeing these people, and this is a young kid, just looking in on the outside, looking in. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm seeing these people, and I'm like, yo, damn, I could get on. I gotta get on. But PI used to bring me around a lot and PI used to be like, look, son, if I get on, I'm gonna put you on. Trust me, like, you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, I'm gonna give you a slot. Trust me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because he did the joint on Onyx album. You know, he snuck me on the Def Jam bus. Yeah. You know, I got to go to a show in Poughkeepsie with Method Man, Fredro, Onyx, Murray, Redman, all on one bus. FT. Yo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Rhyming with Method Man, and it was like a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, and we, you know, I would be around all this energy, and I'd just be like, Lord God, I just, give me a chance. I need to get on, right? So one day, Lee Resnick from True Criminal calls me, True Criminal Records. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lee Resnick. Lee Resnick goes, yo, you know, I'm starting an independent label, and I can get Easy Mo B and Buckwild to do an A side and a B side for you. So me, as soon as he said independent, I was like, I looked down on independents back then because it was like, they only gonna play my shit on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like on the weekend shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I used to look down and I used to think so big, yo, I ain't gonna front. Like, and I'm like, nah, I belong on a major. I'm like, nah, I need a major. So I told Lee, I said, yo, you know what? I said, but I've seen people do independent shit and then get signed to a major. You know what I mean? I've seen that happen too, but it rarely happens and it takes a lot of work.
It's hard work.
So I was thinking like that. So I didn't tell him no though. I said, I'm gonna let you know in a couple of days. Can I think about it? He was like, yeah, think about it and just give me a call. So I'm like, all right. So that night, I meet up with X1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is at the height of the All We Got Is Us joint. P.I. got the All We Got Is Us joint out. X1 is down with Gang Green, you know, and they doing numbers out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So X1 tells me, he like, yo, what's up? You on sign with Lee? I was like, nah, I don't know. I'm like, yo, I don't want to sign the independent. You know what I'm saying? I said, I want to be on a major. Like, and I said, I'm gonna just rock with P.I. You know what I mean? P.I. doing this thing. Once P.I. get on, he gonna snatch me or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then one was like, yo, he was like, nah, son. He was like, nah, you should sign that shit, son. He was like, yo, you can have your own shit. Like, no disrespect to P.I.
Yeah.
But he was like, you can have your own crew, your own wave. He's like, you should sign that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I don't know that independent shit. He was like, yo, my nigga, just grind it out. Just sign it. I'm telling you. He was like, I remember that shit. He was like adamant about it. Like, yo, sign that shit. You know what I mean? So I thought about it and I was like, yeah, you know what? It won't hurt. I said, it's just an A, B side. Yeah. If anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt.
Opportunity. It's an opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, Easy Mo B. And Buckwild, he did. I know this shit is real. I used to love that record.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So boom, I call up Lee. I'm like, yo, Lee, let's, I want to do this. He like, all right, come to my office. He had an office on 42nd and 7th. I remember that. In New York City, 42nd and 7th Ave, True Criminal office. He's like, yo, come to my office and bring me your demo and let's talk. So I had a demo. My demo was the Aguilar, the joint I did with Aguilar. It was called Come On, Y'all.
Yeah.
That joint. And I had a joint called Mind Changes. My mind changes, time changes. I had that, and I had a couple of other joints with 6. I wish I still had that demo. I swear. And I had the joint with me and P.I. called Live for Today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Sticky Fingers. You know what I'm saying? Way back. Anyway, next thing you know, your boy I go up to the office and I play the song and I start performing on some real Crush Groove shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they play the song, I start performing on some Crush Groove shit. Then they just threw the shirt at me, the True Criminal shirt, like, yo, turn it off.
You mean,
like halfway through the song, they was just like, yo, that's it. Let's go. We want to sign you. So boom, it wasn't no big deal. Like I said, it was an independent label. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, we gonna give you a stack, you know what I'm saying, a G, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna get you some studio time. You're gonna pay for your demo, you know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna shop your demo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then in the meantime, we're gonna do a vinyl, put out a vinyl, and do it like that. So I'm like excited, you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm still worried because I'm like, damn, it's independent, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, the journey was dope. But off the rip, Metal Things and Problems wasn't my first vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people may not. And that record, I say like that was before, you know how everybody be doing mixtapes and then freestyles. You know what I mean? I feel like I was ahead of my time with that because that was actually a freestyle that got put out on vinyl and pushed like an actual like record. And I didn't want to do that record. I didn't want that to be my first release. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the people at True Criminal, you know, they convinced me to do it. And it was like, yo, you know, this would be dope for the streets. You know, because it was a cover of the Jay-Z Ain't No Nigga. You know what I mean? I did Ain't No Burner. You feel me? Ain't no burner like the one I got. No gun can bust you bad. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this young kid shit. And I did it. I did the record. It was fun. But I was kind of mad because I was like, yo, I don't really want this to be my first record. The first
that's like the
thing
first
people hear from me.
representation of you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, they like, yo, trust me, you know. So it came out and looking back, it didn't get a lot of airplay at all. But it when it first came out, I think it sold like 5,000 in the first week type shit.
Yeah.
And that was back then, ended. You know what I'm saying?
Not bad.
And I got like some kind of something, like some kind of award or something. Like it wasn't no trophy or nothing, but it was something basically saying that it did good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For a record that, you know, it wasn't a big deal to me then, but looking back at it now, like, wow, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I see what they did. They used that record to generate more money. For the, you know what I'm saying? For the in the meantime. So without that record, probably wouldn't have been Metal Things or Problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these shits cost a lot of money too. Back, you know what I'm saying? Back then, like the checks was different.
It's not like nowadays where you can, like you said, you can jump on Pro Tools or Logic, bang it out, upload it. You know what I mean? It's the barrier to entry nowadays is a lot lower than it was back then. Like I said, you needed ADATs or tape to tape or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? You have to go and get it pressed up, put it on vinyl, get it shipped out to the DJs, get it in the stores. So the barrier to entry was a lot higher. So you know what I mean? That 5,000 sold, probably broke even and put a little money in the bank for the next project.
Exactly, my brother. Exactly. And then boom, mind you, they didn't have MP3s and all that, so you had to buy the vinyl. You know?
That's it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you know, that's out. During that time, I'm going to like radio stations on the underground, college stations, freestyling.
Yeah. So what year is it? It's around what, 90, 95, 96 we're talking?
Yep.
Okay.
I think 95, 96.
Yeah.
It's building up. And I'm building my buzz slowly, doing shows here and there, out of town. And it was dope, you know. I'm still on the grind, struggling. So next thing you know, they hit me up. They like, yo, Stretch Armstrong didn't like Ain't No Burner. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That had me kind of out too, because I'm like, yo, you know, that's the underground, that's the way in.
Yeah.
But they was like, yo, don't worry. We gonna do some new records. That's going. I'm like, all right, cool. Because I told you I didn't want to do that record, but so next thing you know, they like, yo, we're gonna do an A side and a B side. You feel me? 2 records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They said we're gonna get Buckwild, and then we're gonna get a few other producers. So we used to get beat tapes. Yo, I wish I had some of them tapes, man. I'd be rich, so I'd be making some major trades right now. Cause yo, I had some of the beat tapes, son. Illest. Telling you, like, but I buy every beat. Like niggas was charging 5,000 a beat, 10,000 a beat, 7,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
30,000. Like it was crazy back then.
Which producers
You know what I mean?
talking about?
You know what I mean? So
name some producers. You said Buckwild, you said Easy Moby. Who else?
yeah, that I work with, or that's
Just on, on those beat
around
tapes.
that time.
Just on those beat tapes.
Oh, No ID. Lord Nigga.
Yeah.
Who else? Damn. Sean J. Period.
Sean J.
Everybody. Everybody. Who's
Yeah.
who? You know, other than like Dr. Dre or
yeah,
you know, other people like that. But who's who of hip hop back then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So boom, we start listening for beats or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Al was real hot. He's gonna charge 5,000, right?
Yeah.
So boom. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's dope that he's doing that for us because he's like so dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he gives me his beats. Like I meet Buckwild. I go to his house actually. And he plays me these dope beats. Oh man, it was amazing. Like I wanted to buy every beat he played me. I wanted to buy. I ain't going front. They was amazing. Shout out to Buckwild.
Yeah, man. Salute.
Amazing beat.
Legend.
So next, they like, yo, I still remember them beats too. I used to play them beats religiously. Like we used to write so many rhymes to those beats. So I hear it. I hear Problems. I picked the Problems beat because I'm like, it's smooth and it's a story joint. You know what I'm saying? Story joint. You know what I mean? So I wrote Problems.
Yeah.
And I was around that time, I was having issues with my girl or whatever. Just trying to find myself as a young man. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. I guess that was my first case of heartbreak, you know, and I vented and rhyming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what Problems is. It's a young man that got his heart broken for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just venting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big still. At that age, being that transparent on a track, you know what I mean? That's a level of maturity, man. Yeah. And even when you think about the era at that time, rappers weren't talking like that. That was a hardcore hip hop era. Do you get what I'm saying? It was only like maybe Common or others from that kind of neo soul, kind of soulful rappers.
Right. Being so hurt at that time, and people telling me like, "Yo, do it through your music, let it out through your music, let it, you know." And I did that, and it was so dope. Like it was so dope. You know, as far as doing that particular track in the studio, it was hard too. I remember that night. It was my first. No, other than we did Ain't No Burner in the big studio, Unique Studio. Shout out to Unique Studio.
Yeah,
that was on 47th back in the days, and we did a lot of bangers in there too. A lot of artists and stars made a lot of great songs in there. But next thing you know, so I'm in there. They paid 5,000 for that beat. I'm in there just like, wow, you know, this is me. All these plaques, Buckwild is there, Skills, but I'm under pressure though. I'm still like, yo, I'm like kind of scared because I gotta finish this song. I don't want to get dropped. I don't, you know what I mean? They paying a lot of money for this. I don't want, I don't want the song. I was just like, a lot of shit in my head in that session. Then they told me to change a verse, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, change a verse. I only got 8 hours in here. I didn't want to do that. I was just like, all right. I was just like, in my head, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, yo, damn, what if I don't come up with the rhyme in time?
Yeah.
I'm praying. I'm like, yo, Lord, help me come up with the stuff. They telling me to say it over 1,000 times. And I'm not used to that. I'm like, yo, what the
So who was executive producing the session?
Oh, Lee Resnick and Buckwild produced the record. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So there was all there. Buckwild was there in the session. And he was kind of guiding you and executive producing.
But it was rough, man. It was like, I was getting upset. I had to take breathers. I had to go in the back and chill. You know, it was a lot of conversations. Buckwild dudes on me, which then I felt like he was just being hard on me. But looking like, nah, he saw the greatness. Yeah. You know what I mean? He saw what he could do with it. You know what I'm saying? I see exactly what he was to do. You know what I mean? And he pushed that out of me. So down to the hook of that record, even down to the hook, my cousin Maz, you know what I'm saying? Remember, I was like, Maz used to live with me in Queens downstairs. Yeah. You know, he always had this hook. Me and him was brothers. We was like Red and Meth, Smooth and Trig. All we do is rhyme all day, night, every day. Yeah. That's all we do, every day and night, 24 hours, right? So next thing you know, he goes, yo. I'm like, yo, Maz, yo, remember that hook you had? Bitches ain't nothing but problems. Can't live with them, can't live without them. He like, yeah. I'm like, can I use that for this? Because I put the verses to it before I even had the hook. I had them verses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was like, yo, can I use that hook? He's like, yeah, hey. He's like, yo, that's perfect. Go ahead. So I told, Lee and all of them, and they was like, all right, yeah, y'all. They let Maz do the hook with me too. If you listen close, he's doing the backgrounds with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's in the beginning, yo, Maz. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So when you hear these lyrics nowadays, these Chinese all about material things. Bitches ain't nothing but problems. Can't live with them, can't live without them. I'ma deal with it and be real with it. Yeah. So, yo. Yeah, man. Once I said that hook, Buckwild was like, yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
You know what I mean? The whole time, the session went from like, oh man, to like, okay.
We got it.
All right, we making it. You know what I mean? The vibe was there, but I still had to do the feelings. The bitches ain't nothing problems. I ain't have to deal with it, be real with it. I ain't have that part. But they was like, yo, you gotta do that feeling. Something gotta be in there. So I'm just in there like, damn, trying to come up with this shit. And I just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just take that. From what I said in the rhyme and put it in there. They was like, yeah, that's it. Let's go with that. That's it. That's a banger. And we went with that. And man, it was dope. Yeah. And I would just go home. It was like a new toy because they gave me a copy of it on tape. And I'm hearing it like, yo, this is my first song, Problems. Like, yo, this shit is dope. Like, I mean, the rough version, just keep playing it on the tape. Like, oh, it's so dope. Yeah. So next thing you know, they like, yo, all right, we gonna do a record. Metal thing. Oh, not metal things. They like, yo, we gonna do a record with some 2 features. Who you want to do something with? So I'm like, oh shit, all right. At that time, Sadat was like on fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So I was like, yo, I want Sadat again. It was like, yo, Mike Geronimo. That's Mike Geronimo was on fire back then. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's do it. So I think they didn't have enough. No, they couldn't get Sadat. They tried to, but they couldn't get him. He was too busy. They tried to get Mike Geronimo, but he was either too busy or he wanted to. They didn't have enough. I don't know. Yeah, one or the other. But for some reason they couldn't get him. Yeah, but they got OC. It was like OC is down. It was like, how you feel about Pharoahe Monch? I'm like, yo, Pharoahe Monch is dope. My bad, brother.
That's cool.
All right, man. My bad, my brother. That was my wife, man. My bad, yo. So check it out. Pharoahe Monch. Yeah, they were saying Pharoahe Monch. They wanted Pharoahe Monch. Okay. So I was like, yo, Pharoahe Monch is dope. I remember him from Organized Confusion. Yeah, yeah. That joint chick And Fudge Fudge, that verse on Fudge Fudge was like my shit. I was like, that was amazing. So I was like, but they wasn't buzzing like that around that time. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go off what you say. You know what I mean? They adamant about it. So I was like, all right. So we get in the studio. I picked the beat too. Shout out to OG, DJ OG. You know, I wound up picking the beat from him. And he had the crazy suit. You know what I'm saying?
Did he charge you 5 racks as well, like Buckwild, or did you get it for a bit cheaper?
Nah, he charged 5 racks too. He charged 5 racks. Word up. From what I remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we get to the studio. OC is there. Pharaoh. I wish I had the footage too. I had it, but I lost it moving.
You had it on video.
Yeah, I wish I still had that, man. I'm hurting because of that, man. But anyway,
material.
Yeah, but anyway, next thing you know, Pharoahe Monch is there. You know, and it's dope, man. These are the guys that inspired me that I grew up off of. You know what I'm saying? And it was just so lit. And I was just amazed, like, wow. And I'm saying to myself, like, wow, I'm here. We doing it. Like, yo, I'm working with dope people in the industry. You feel me? And me and my cousin, we just looking back, we laughing like, damn, because we done been through all the nights and fights and blood, sweat, and tears. And, you know what I mean? And we still had a way longer way to go. We just came a long way from seeing, you know, because in our neighborhood, everybody had their own deals. Major, you know what I'm saying? And us to have our own was just like, wow, you know what I mean? It wasn't as big a scale as their deals at the time.
But it's
it was just like, yo, we on our way. You know, we in there. You know, like we ain't just on the side. We not groupies. Like just trying to. We got our own thing too. You know what I mean? Our own movement. You know what I mean? So boom. Next thing you know, we in the studio. OC lay his verse. It's dope. Pharoahe Monch lay his verse. And yo, I'm like, yo, I didn't know he was gonna kill it like that. Like I didn't know he was gonna kill it like that.
Yeah.
Yo,
both of them killed it.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, it was amazing. It was amazing. I was like, I looked at Pharoahe. Before I always thought he was dope, but since that day, I look at him like, wow, like that dude is amazing to this day. Like he's amazing. Yeah. But anyway.
So did you all write your verses in that session, or did they come ready written?
No, they wrote their shit there.
Wow.
I already had my. Remember, I used the verse from the Aguilar.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And boom, they just had the same lines a certain way. You know what I mean? Because I didn't rhyme it like that on the Aguilar track. I kind of said it a little different. You know what I'm saying? And then I had the hook. I came up with the hook there, you know, and then boom. That was like, it was just amazing joint. They put Problems on the A side, Metal Things on the B side, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as they put it out on the underground, that shit popping, you know what I'm saying? 10,000 first week. That shit sold 10,000. Shit was on the charts. I don't remember what number it was. But that shit had on the charts. And it made it on the charts. And all that shit. That shit was like, but I still wasn't in regular rotation like on like Hot 97, like the main stations. I was still like under college radio. A little bit of the main stations here and there, like a sprinkle. You know what I mean? Battle of the Beats type shit. You feel me? Hot or not type shit. You know what I mean?
Was Stretch Armstrong playing it though? Was Stretch playing it?
Oh,
he was loving his song.
Shit was crazy. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So from there, that's when I started feeling some type of justification. Like, okay, people start knowing.
Because niggas on my life lazy talking that rap shit. You couldn't even rock a baby, bitch. I went for the right. Why? Because that is more than trifle. I'm sort of psycho, like a retard on a motorcycle.
This track was crazy.
Sign language. I get dark and eyes when I spark the line. Start starving guys.
Have a screaming, let's compromise. Yeah, man. I'ma spray some light all in your eyeball.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, bro. So from there, that's when
that is a certified underground classic. That is certified.
And then from there, that's when FT.
Yeah.
You know, that's when he was on the scene. Street Smartz was on the scene. You know what I mean? Then it got technical because what happened was Street Smartz was a group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Street Smartz was me, 6 Shooter, and Miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it got tricky when it was time to get signed because 6 was more in the streets. He was, you know what I mean, thugged out. Shout out to other 6. We grown men now.
Yeah.
Back then, we was way wilder. He's wilder, no true criminal because he, you know what I mean? He was like, I want to see what they do with you before I lock in. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then Miles kind of felt the same way. Miles was like, yo, I don't really want to be in the front like that. So I said, cool, I'll just be in the forefront, like a Mr. Cheeks from Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But then after Metal Things came out and I'm building my own name, I'm like, yo, time for the FT. Fuck that. Solo shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
So then the next we did another single after that. You know, Metal Things, they was trying to get me a deal. I was, you know, people wanted to sign me, but you know how it is. This, that, politics, back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was taking a while, you know what I'm saying? I wound up having a daughter on the way. You know what I mean? My daughter, Booby, you know what I'm saying? She was a little girl, little kid.
Yeah.
Before she was, right when she was born, you know, I did right before, a little bit before she was born, I did Don't Trust Anyone. You know?
Yeah.
And I felt like that, like when I did that record, I just was like, yeah, man, this is the one, this is going to put me out there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was so in love with this record, and I just felt like this put me out there.
Yeah. Who produces?
Buckwild.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Buckwild.
Yeah, man.
And it features LS and Panama PI. I don't know if you might not remember LS from Rumble Tillskins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Capital LS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy how that record, it was another night that when I was making that record, it was another like long night. But it was, I felt like this good energy because I had my daughter the night before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the energy was like a thing lifted off my back because my daughter was born. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm in here, I'm like, yo, this beat is crazy. This vibe is crazy. But Buckwild was hard on me. It's still a long night. And then the hook, Don't Trust Anyone. I had LS. I had to convince the label because the label wasn't sure. He was like, yo, you sure you want, you know what I'm saying, him on it? I'm like, yeah. He was like, all right. You know, they had to pay him or whatever. So he did the part, Don't Trust Anyone. But then he added the ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Once he did that, everybody in the studio was, yo, this shit is hot. Boom. And then did that, laid him down.
Yeah.
And then I said, yo, you know, it'd be crazy since it's called Don't Trust Anyone. And Panama is my brother. I might as well scratch him. Ain't no one we can trust. You feel me? Yeah. That's who you hear talking like in the beginning. And at the end, yo, put your defensive mechanism up.
Yeah.
That's Panama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And at the end, he's like doing poetry at the end. You know what I'm saying? And I figure I put him in the video because that's my actual dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did the record and it came out dope, man. And and I was feeling like it was going to take off, and it was just going to be this big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when they put the record out, they didn't put it out as a single. They put it out on an EP.
Yeah.
The True Criminal EP.
Okay.
Which featured the Godson's skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I was going to ask actually, who else was on the album? So you had the Godsons, you guys. Who else was on there?
Ox Skills.
Okay.
Ox Skills. This kid named Ox Skills from Pharoahe.
Okay. Yeah.
Word. Ox Skills. Salute. Word up. Dope artist.
Yeah.
Word up. But next thing you know, they do the True Criminal EP.
Mm.
You know, take the covers, the pictures. You know, I'm on the cover. I don't want to get into that. I was going to take it somewhere else, but
yeah,
I'm not going to get into that. We do the True Criminal EP, right? And Don't Trust Anyone is getting a good reaction, but it's not getting the reaction I thought.
Yeah.
You know, and that I was upset about that, and I was upset that it wasn't a single by itself. You know what I mean? Even though Godsons is my brothers, those some of my best friends to this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, they had dope records, Buckwild, they had dope production off and that. But I just felt like Don't Trust Anyone was like supposed to be by itself.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you put the more songs you put on the vinyl, it's great from the quality of the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hearing it when they would play it on the radio, you know what I mean? If they wasn't playing it loud or certain, it wouldn't, to me, like the way it was mastered, not dissing who was mastered.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just the effect, you know what I'm saying, wasn't the effect that I hear when I'm making it. You know what I'm saying? Or
it just wasn't popping like the other tracks it was playing alongside. It wasn't popping like those tracks.
Yeah. I mean, they was. You know what I mean? Don't Trust Anyone was the best track, but I just felt like the mastering of it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it could have been better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, it still did good. People still loved it. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that was a hit record. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's still dope to this day, man. The production's hard. You know what I mean? The concepts, the hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I felt like that was my redemption. Like that was like my solo. Like like I'm here now. Like this is my record. Like y'all gotta feel me. This shit is too fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was a slow burn. And I still had to pay my dues, and I still had to continue to build during that time. You know what I'm saying? Still looking for a deal, you know. And then we did another record. We did Effortless, produced by Domingo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they go, what it look like. You got crack, what it cook like. You got a track, what's the hook like? Efforts off the hook, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We did that record. And that was hard. On that record, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care about fucking getting a deal. I didn't care about. I said on this record, I just don't give a fuck.
Just going hard.
Just fucking
for the street.
Yeah, I'm saying whatever I want. I don't give a fuck.
Bag them busts or pop bags of dust. If you mad at us, watch that ass get crushed. Now you're screaming, why did the blood have to rush? There's a bunch of thugs after us. Slugs blasting us. Some rollers got
Yeah, man, you went hard on that one. You went hard.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear the hunger. Like I just
man.
Like, I'm all this industry politics.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So I went crazy, right? And another record, people loved it. It was playing the underground classic.
Yeah.
They playing that shit everywhere. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, and the remix was popping too. Don't Trust Anyone remix by Domingo.
Yeah.
Shit was dope. You know what I mean? Noise, you know what I'm saying? And, was just still looking for a deal at that time. Just the label was calling me every day.
Yeah.
We just had a meeting with we had a meeting with Def Jam. We had a meeting with yo, this person ain't like it. This person like it. This one, yeah. It got to a point where I was like, yo, man, don't fucking call me no more until you have a deal for me.
Deal.
Don't call me.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, every day you get hype. I'm telling my parents, like, yo, I'm about to get this record deal. They were gonna sign me that. I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm tired, man. Like, I'm tired of y'all giving me the runaround, right? Yeah. Next thing you know, we Stretch Armstrong hits us up. He got a distribution deal with Sony. You know, Stretch Armstrong had a label called Spit Inc., which had distribution through Sony. At Sony 550, which had distribution from Epic Records. You know, Sony is just this big.
Yeah, man. Just a big conglomerate. Yeah.
With a lot of machines under it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right then and there, I'm like, what? Stretch want to sign me? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? But they like True Criminal, they said it's going to be, look, he's like, I don't just want them to sign you. He's like, yo, if they want F, they got to take the whole label. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which I was like, you know, that kind of stagnates me, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Godsons are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, they get the deal, right? And they like, yo, what you want? I said, yo, I need 50,000 up front. Feel me?
Yeah.
Cash, you know what I'm saying? They like, yo, we can't give you 50,000. They like, we can give you 10,000. I'm like, damn, 10,000? Because they like, yo, mind you, like, we got Sony, we got Stretch, we got True Criminal. So I'm like, damn, son. I'm like, 10,000. I said, yo, how much is the album budget? They said the album budget, 300,000. So I said, all right, cool. I said, all right, I could work with that because, you know, my budget, I could work with the dopest producers. That's enough to get, you know, some nice work done.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I'm not going to put Aguilar out there, but I remember his budget and that, you know what I'm saying? It was a nice budget. So I figured, yo, you know what? This budget is nice too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said, all right, cool. I'm with it. Let's do it. Fuck it. I said, my next deal, I'm going to renegotiate. Just get me in on a major platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we did it. You know, we start working on the album. Who was on the album? Again, Buckwild. He did 3 joints. Who else I had on that album? KO.
Yeah.
Who else was on that first album? KO, Buckwild. This kid named Jeff. Oh, Young Lord.
Okay.
Young Lord. He was a bad boy. I don't know if you remember him. Hitman.
Okay.
He did 2 joints, 2 bangers.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all did Domingo do something for me? Red Spider did something for me.
Yeah.
And Domingo did something. I think Domingo did a beat for me. But yeah, that album was dope. And I got towards the end of it, and I got towards the end of the album. Then they said, yo, you need a single. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, the album is dope, but you don't have a single. So here we go. Your man comes with a single 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This joint called Go Get That. And it was like, oh, it went from like me being in limbo, like, yo, damn, like we need a single or else, to me being like, to situation looking up, like, oh, all right, this is a record, let's go. We got one, let's go. You feel me? And it's just me on this record. Nobody, no feature.
Yeah.
Just me. Go get that, thick that, hit that. It was crazy. Dope ass record.
Yeah.
So you know, that they excited. So we behind it. And right when we do that, the dude that signed me, this dude named Michael Kaplan, he got fired. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happens? That's the usual story, like A&R, and they get moving, then a new person comes in.
Yeah.
And they moving they put their staff in, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Complete realignment, new structure, new vision, new roster.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it got tricky with the new A&Rs. And then, you know, we wanted out. I wanted out because I didn't want to be stuck. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, yo, we don't want to let them go. You know, they didn't want to let me go. They was like, just let them keep working. And then we like, you know, can't just keep working. We got to make money. I got, you know, we need some more money or something like.
Yeah.
So we was just in limbo. And then shout out to Lee Resnick, you know what I'm saying? He got us off that label. You know what I'm saying? He paid a lawyer $5,000 and he got us up out of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Have you still got that?
But after that,
have you still got all the tracks you recorded? All the music you recorded for the album? Do you have
I got some. Some of them. I'm sure Lee has them. I got some of them. I don't got all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got some. I'm sure Lee has them. You know what I mean? I got some of them though, definitely. Yeah. But the thing about it is, after that, man, I was in limbo. Like I was depressed because I was like, damn, yo, it's so hard to get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like a once in a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was like, yo, how the fuck I'm gonna get back on? Like, I was kind of lost for a minute. Like, I didn't give up though. Hip hop was my whole thing. And I didn't know if I was ever gonna get another deal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So during that period, was you shows? Was you performing? Was you busy on the circuit?
Nah, it was like I was doing features. Yeah, I was doing feature here and there. Yeah. I was doing features, little shows, but it was, you know, I was in limbo because I ain't have a situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like back then, you was more hype. When you had a deal, it was like a big thing. Like, yeah. Oh wow, you're major label. Like, oh, you feel me? So that time I was just writing. I had a didn't care approach. Like as far as writing, I was like, fuck the guidelines. I'm saying whatever I want. You feel me? Yeah. I'm doing whatever I want. This track, like, So that another track. That's why you on that Hennessy produced by Alchemist.
Yeah, I was gonna
that track
mention that. Yeah.
You can hear the hunger, and you can hear me. The stuff I'm saying is just like whatever. Like I don't care. Like you know, I'm just going for my. You know what I'm saying? So that came out, and again, yo, that underground tore the underground up. They used to play that shit religiously. Yeah. Stretch everybody. Like it was on mixtapes. It was going. My first words, fuck that.
The beat's hard as well.
When I die, I'ma come back and be a block. When niggas try to punch a crack and keep it hot.
Yeah, that. I can hear that tearing up the underground, definitely. And plus Alchemist was popping them times like 95, 96.
Nah, this was like that was like 99, 2000.
Okay. Yeah. Alchemist was on fire those times. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was young. That's when Alchemist was just started really popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So next thing you know, it's buzzing and it's going crazy. I call from Lee Resnick, right? What's up? I get a call from Lee Resnick, right? Yeah. Boom. He like, yo, I just came back from Cali. No, he's like, yo, I'm in Cali right now. Yo, I got you a new deal. I'm like, what? Serious? He like, yeah. he like, yo, New Line Cinema is starting a label called New Line Records, you know, the movie company.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, I let them in your joint. And they're like, yo, they want you to be the first rapper to come out on New Line Records. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm with that. Let's go. So he like, I'm like, what's up? What's up with the money? Like, how we looking on the bread? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I hit him again. That was my thing. I said, I hit him again. I said, yo, I need 50,000 up front.
Yeah.
You feel me? Straight up.
We need that 50 racks, yo.
Yeah, he like, yo, I can't give you 50,000. He's like, I can give you 25 though. So I'm like, and he's like, I can give you, you know, you'll have more creative control. So I said, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm with that. I'm like, how much is the budget? He was like, yo, it's like 2 and change. You know what I'm saying? It was less than the other budget.
Yeah.
But I said, all right, that's more creative control.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's less money I'm owe. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, boom. The dope shit about New Line Cinema though is they put me on a lot of soundtracks, movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And movie scores. You know what I mean? That was so dope. And I made money off that too.
Yeah, man. That sync money, nice. Saying? You know what I mean? That movie sync money. That's nice, man. Those checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yo, it's a blessing. But so what happened with that? I go to California, sign with them, and off the rip, yo, it was lovely. They took John F. Hennessy. They put that on Final Destination 2, the movie.
Yeah.
The score. If you listen to the movie, they didn't have a soundtrack, but it's in the score. In the movie, in the first 15 minutes, dude is driving, sniffing some candy or whatever, and they playing John F. They play it like 3 different times. You see it, you know what I mean, in the movie.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was a blessing to be a part of that.
Yeah, man, that's a good
look. Know, that movie did that movie did mad good. You know what I'm saying? And I made, you know, some money here and there off that. And so fuck, man. So yeah, then another then, you know, the soundtrack opportunities was lovely on that label. You know what I mean? I was on Rush Hour 2 soundtrack. Yeah. That actual soundtrack is that went gold. I got my first gold plaque from that.
Nice. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and then the soundtrack was on Def Jam. And it was a song called Brolic. And my thing with that song, I didn't want Brolic to be on that soundtrack. I didn't pick. We submitted John F. Hennessy.
Yeah.
Because we like, yo, this is Def. You know, Def Jam is Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? This is FT. Fuck that. Make it debut on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's only right, John F. Hennessy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's like Leo Cohen. Leo Cohen heard John F. Hennessy, and he was like, yo, that record is too hard for Rush Hour 2 soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, plus, he's like, I'm not a Def Jam artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm New Line artist. I mean, and New Line was like, yo, our artist gotta be on this. You know what I'm saying? It's just our movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So they was like, you know, then we gave him Brolic, which is a more way more laid back, you know what I'm saying? Way more universal type of record. And they ran with that, you know what I'm saying? But I would have rather put John F. Hennessy on there. Yeah. But Brolic is still dope. Yeah. Y'all can check that out on whatever. Yeah. Or YouTube. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find it on Spotify. I don't think it's on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't even think they got it on Spotify, but it might be on YouTube. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that joint was out there, and that was dope to be a part of that. It was like amazing. I had the whole plaque in my wall in my living room.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know, first joint and it went gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's nice, man.
I used to quote that. Like, yeah. So, and then, you know, that Final Destination 2, that movie went crazy. DVD, the DVD went platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's dope. Then I was on Elf. I got a song in the movie Elf.
Yeah.
You know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. You feel me? I got a song in that movie.
Yeah.
Like when he first come inside the mailroom, they send him to the mailroom. Boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They hear the song, the beat, the brolic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Friday next soundtrack. I got a song with the East Siders. Shout out to the East Siders.
Yeah.
From Coast. And what else? What else?
Yeah.
A Man Apart.
Yeah.
A good.
You know what?
At least 9-10.
That's a good look. You know, having a record label as a subsidiary of a film company is a genius approach, because you think about it, they're
Yo, it was amazing.
yeah, man. They own a label. They own the rights to the music. They just put their own music in their films. Do you know what I mean? It's like you own your own kind of production team. You know what I mean? To make the music for your movies. Do you get what I'm saying? And the bigger the movie gets, the more play the tracks get. That promotes the music that you're producing. So it's win-win all round. It's win-win.
Yo, it was
Can't go wrong. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nah, man. It was dope, man. I ain't even going to front, man, but
yeah.
Shout out to New Line. You know what I mean? The whole situation was dope. You know what I mean? I really don't got nothing bad to say about New Line. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you know how it got tricky. It just got tricky at the end. You know what I mean? And this is where I learned that, you know, this is where them sayings come in of having your business right and having the right people around you and the right team. Nobody's really your friend, and it's a business. Yeah. That's when things start to play when stuff get tricky. You know what I'm saying? So what happened, you know, the album, I'm working on this album, and it's so crazy. I got Just Blaze on production, Buckwild, I got the East Siders on there, I got Fat Joe, Nature, Easy LP. Yeah. You know, I got, you know, dope, the who's who on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you work with Sean Price, didn't it? You work with Sean Price. Oh, Sean Price, yeah, that was my dog. That was a close friend of mine too. And the thing about Sean Price, I got with Sean Price like after all that. That was like after, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had linked up with Ruck, but some was the truth, man. Rest in peace, man. Rhyme in peace, King, son. Yeah, truth. The truth. He was a cool dude, man. Yeah, yeah. He was a cool like on the songs, man. You want to know how he was? It's like how he was on TV. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. But yo, it was crazy. But okay, so let me tell you about this New Line thing. Yeah, how did that wrap up? Next thing you know, oh, you gotta wrap it up? No, I'm saying wrap it up? No. We good. We good. I just want to know how did that the New Line situation wrap up? Okay, yeah. So next thing you know, man, I'm working on the album. It's coming out crazy. It's fire. We buzzing. We on mixtapes. You know, it's going crazy. You know, it's anticipated. You feel me? Yeah. Next thing you know, we simultaneously we worked on a True Criminal compilation. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the compilation was Anti-Backpack Movement. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now that compilation, that wasn't my album. You know what I'm saying? I was just a part of that. I had a couple of songs on there. You know what I mean? But that wasn't my baby or my situation. That was just an album I featured on. You feel me? So, and it was a dope album. And shout out to my dude Lee. He had Ali Vegas on there, Smoother Hustler, Trigger the Gambler, Mike Geronimo. You know, it was a compilation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Underground artists. You know what I'm saying? But he had G Unit on there.
Okay.
And that's when like 50 Cent really super on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right he signed the Shady. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to join on there Money All the Time with Little C's. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, it was buzzing. You know what I mean? But when he put out that compilation, it didn't sell as expected. You feel me?
Yeah.
And a lot of money was spent, and New Line wound up freezing the budget. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to no, they freeze the budget for the whole company.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they didn't recoup off of
the investment they've already invested in.
They didn't recoup off the compilation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was caught in limbo because I'm 2 songs away. I'm 2 songs away from finishing my album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anticipated, and I needed a few more mixes, and I'm like, yo, I'm like caught up because I'm like, yo, they like, yo, they ain't trying to spend no more bread, just that and the third. I'm like, yo, what that got to do with me? You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not my album.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's their album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, my album is fire. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So I didn't get it back then. It broke my heart. I was like devastated because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how y'all just going, how you going to stop my album because of that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that's what really caused a lot of trouble because that really kind of altered my situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no money flowing no more. You know what I mean? I didn't have that major backing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I had what I you know, because my album was almost done. Yeah. So I had what they what I already had, but I didn't get to finish my masterpiece. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I would have made more of an impact. I know I would have made a lot of noise. I would have won at least gold. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real, I'm confident because I already built the buzz for so many years. You know what I mean? On the independent. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the underground DJs backing you, the stations, you know what I mean? You had the affiliation with the other artists that were already popping. You know what I mean? The streets had you back.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? I was a live artist. You know what I'm saying? Company, they managed Eminem, Cypress Hill, and Exhibit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was like, yo, I had all these pieces behind me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like without that bread, I wasn't able to finish it and capitalize off the situation. Yeah. So I had to really regroup, you know, like damn near start from square one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. I mean, so that's when it got tricky for me with this game. You know what I mean? I started, you know, but I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? You come full circle. You know what I mean?
You know what though? It's good to hear these stories because this is the reality a lot of artists face. You know what I mean? The people that are not, that don't see what goes on behind the scenes, they just think artists falling off, or they think, you know, they've given up on their dream or whatever, not realizing that there are situations out of their control that are causing their career to be stunted, you know what I mean? Or to be put, to be shelved, or to be, you know what I mean, to end up stagnant or whatever. So it's good. It's good to hear, you know, real life examples of what goes on in the industry. It's tough out there, man. It's not just about linking with a producer, going to the studio and making tracks. There's so much politics behind the scenes that people don't realize, man.
And then, yeah, man. And then, you know, going through that, you know, you seeing a lot of people energy change. You know what I mean? Because you don't have the access you used to have, or you're not working with the people you used to work with. So you would think you're cool with somebody, or whatever the case. You know what I mean? But when you're not working with this or that person, you can't get in touch with them, or the energy change.
Yeah.
But it's all out of the long run. Like it's all, you know, but it was really like oh, man, like this shit is full, this shit is bullshit. Like you feel me? But what kept me going is, you know, my family and my fans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
My fans always reached out. It was always somebody or somebody let me know they listening, they heard that, they feeling it, they loving it. I kept going on. Yeah, yeah. They let me know it's a classic, it's incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Word. Yeah. Did you ever come out to Europe? Did you ever come and perform out here?
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what part. Yeah. But I was in Europe, you know what I'm saying? I was in Amsterdam. Yeah. Germany, Norway. Yeah. I remember being in Cornwall.
Okay, yeah. Cornwall down.
Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being like, yo, I've been,
yeah, man.
I've been overseas a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
But I ain't been out there. I need to get out there soon. God willing, hopefully this pandemic end and I'm able to get out there, you know, because I got a lot of new music about to drop too. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's it, man. So bring us up to date. So what are you doing currently? What are you working on currently? What you got out? What you got going on?
Yo, right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Loud Panic. You know what I mean? I'm working with my man, Elise Pharoahe. You know what I'm saying? We got called Loud Panic, and it's basically, you know, a fusion of hip hop, rock, soul, R&B. It's everything. It's all live instrumentation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's dope, man. It's a universal record. The record is universal. Your moms can listen to it. Kids can listen to it. Streets can listen to it. You know, that's definitely coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of animation, a lot of different views. You know what I'm saying? I could say this is my most political project. Like I'm even actually rapping about politics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't wait to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, always working on Street Smartz. You know what I mean? That's the brand I'm rolling with now. That's the brand I'm pushing.
Okay.
Street Smartz, FT Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fuck that thing, shit is cool, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I'm in the brand, the click, FT, Street Smartz. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the brand with the bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what we're working on the album. You know, shout out to Nickel Plated. I got a joint produced by Nickel Plated.
Yeah.
Big KO. Delta from Australia. You know what I mean? Did a joint for me. Who else I got on there? My man SP. You know what I mean? And I do production too. I do beats too. Beats fire. You know what I'm saying? Winston FT, aka Winston George. If you're on YouTube, type in Winston George.
Okay.
Who rhyming like this? So Winston George, Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like my alias, like alter ego. You feel me?
Okay.
But I do beats too. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, we'll add all the links to the description in this. So this goes out on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Music. So we put all the links in the description so people can check that out. So when you're making beats, what are you using? What are you working on?
Now I use Pro Tools and I use Reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice.
Pro Tools and Reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So now go ahead.
That's my bad. That's what I'm focused on. Now I do videos too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got some videos coming out soon. You know what I mean? You can check me out on iTunes at FT Street Smartz. You know what I mean? If you just want to hear some fly music, some fly bars, some updated bars.
Yeah, man. I'll be seeing
of the stuff
Instagram,
out here.
I'll be seeing your Instagram, man. You putting out them fire bars on a regular basis.
Yeah, man. Check it out, y'all, when y'all get a chance. Stay in tune with that. But yeah, a lot of the music I hearing, like Don't Trust Anyone, metal things and all that, that's from many years ago. You know what I'm saying? So all this time I've been doing music. You feel me? So I got a lot of bangers, a lot of songs I did with, you know what I mean? So I got a lot of dope stuff coming out. And then during all this time too, I've grown as a musician. You know what I'm saying? Like back, I wasn't doing beats and you know, playing instruments, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know. I knew some structure, but I didn't know. You know, right now, I can say I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I you know what I mean? I can walk in a room and make a song. I can make the beat, everything. You feel me? You know what I mean? Give me an hour or two, and I can make you a song, and I can make you. You feel me?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask. Two things I wanted to ask was, do you still have the same love for the game that you had before the deal and before all that went south? And at this stage, would you sign again, or would you go the independent route and do it all yourself?
Nah, but yo, honestly, do I have the same love for it? Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I had the same love for it, you know what I mean? But it's just, do I have the same hunger for it? I'm say nah, you know why? Because you gotta know your value, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know your value now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how in my head, like, you know, you can't, because people's attention spans are so short. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you gotta love it too. You gotta love it. You know, you might as well not even do it. You know what I mean? Way more people doing it now than before.
Yeah,
you know
saturated,
what I mean?
Man. Saturated.
It's saturated. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why I'm like, I definitely love it. That's why I keep doing it. That's why you see me spitting on IG, still doing it after all this time, after all the trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Because I love it. I'm just, hip hop is my heart. It's something I love to do. I'm gonna always do music, no matter what. Yeah. No matter what, I'm gonna do music for my life, no matter what. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I pray for more opportunities and more greatness and more classics. And I pray to be more involved with more great music and great things. Yeah. But even if not, I'm gonna always be a part of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word. As far as signing again, I ain't gonna front. If the money is right, you know what I'm saying? I want to partner up. Yeah. I want to partner up. You know what I mean? Because I need to reach more people and more platforms. Because that's the only thing. I feel my music is great. It's powerful. And if FT was seen more videos and seen on more street smarts or more platforms and more radio stations, that's all we need. Yeah. That's all we need. It's just that push, that machine behind you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being independent, you can create your own team too. Also, but it's a slow burn depending on the resources you have. Yeah. Because I like being independent now because I can wake up in the morning and look at the computer and see see where my money is at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have to call in a label, call in a lawyer, or you feel me? So that's the beauty of being independent, handling all your own bread. It's all up to you. If you don't like something, I'm not putting that out. You got to change that. You know what I mean? But independent teach be a boss too. So when you do partner up with somebody, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't get jerked, and you know what you want. Yeah. You know what your brand is bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Word. You can, when you do work with a major, you don't have to alternate your brand to please them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think with the majors, it's a partnership. If you could have the major label marketing machine behind you, you're gone. You're good to go. So, you know what I mean? Because
Really, that's all you need from them. You can do everything else yourself. You know what I mean? You can produce, you can pull a project together, you can A&R it. You know what I mean? You kind of got the marketing strategy. I just need the marketing machine behind me. So let's get a Revolt behind you. Let's get a Def Jam or a Rock Nation behind me, and you're gone.
Exactly. Hey man, I'm so confident. Even if it's a small machine, like that's all I tell you, because the talent is there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The performance, the music is there. And I'm really excited about 2021 and releasing this music I have. And, you know, I'm definitely going to be more visual too. You're going to see me more, you know, more visual.
Yeah.
And it's going to be dope. You know
we're looking forward to it, man. We're looking forward to it, my brother. But let me tell you this, even if you never put out another record again and you never spit another bar again, you've made a dent in the universe. Do you get what I'm saying? You're a certified legend on the underground. Do you get what I'm saying? And the work that you have done to date is etched in history. So nobody can't take that away from you. You've worked with some of the biggest names in hip hop. You mentioned Fat Joe, Nature, Roll Flush, Alchemist, Sean P, Pharoahe Monch, Buckwild. You get what I'm saying? Certified legends, and you have stood alongside them and held your own. So no one can't take that away from you. Do you get what I'm saying? You've got legendary status. So we salute you, man, and we appreciate you being with us and spending this time sharing your journey, man. It's good for us to hear these stories.
Thank you, brother.
So yeah, man.
Thank you, my brother, for having me on your platform.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your patience. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I hope we do something again in the future. You know what I mean? When I progress.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But I really thank you for reaching out to me, man. I'm definitely hyped and excited, man. Thank you, man.
You're part of the Pad Bank family now, so we're family. Do you get what I'm saying? So anything you need from us over at the Pad Bank, you got it, man.
You got to send me one of them beats too, man. You got the fire beats.
Yo, I can send you several. You know what I'm saying? I can send you several so we can talk, man. Definitely. But salute, my brother. Listen, enjoy your holiday period. Love to the family. Stay safe, and we'll talk again soon.
You too, King.
Yeah.
Peace.
I made it. I made it. I made it. I produced. I made it. I made it. I produced. I cooked up.